to the Phillies, and Edwin Diaz trumpets in LA. Oh, God. Let's talk ball. Pete Fairbanks.
Pete Alonso, show me the money. Thank you, Kyle.
Give me my money. I'm hip. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented to you by SeatGeek Code Talkin10. Jake Storelli, live, Orlando, winter meetings. We got the winter meeting cam coming up at some point this episode on the YouTube. It's driving Trevor insane, and that is Trevor Plouffe, former Philly, congratulating Kyle Schwarber on returning back to his Phillies. Coach Trev, how are you?
I'm excited, man. I woke up this morning to do a show with Chris Rose. We had like the rumor mill kind of thing set up. Tarek Skubal, all this, other nonsense. Scott Harris, bad interview with Greg Amsinger, who I respect dearly.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, the dam broke open. We get the Schwarber news. We get the Edwin Diaz news. I'm excited to yuck it up with you. I know Jolly has the sad face going on right now. So as much as I want to see the cam of all the people walking by in their disgusting outfits, I also want to see a little Jolly Olive sad face too.
Yeah, so a couple true stories here. Oh, sad Jolly
That's
cam.
beautiful.
That's crazy. This is so we were, for all of our people, hey, thanks for tuning in. We're excited. We got a little news. Let's go, winter meetings. Let's start cranking these out. We were recording Talking Yanks while the news broke. And so we were like, oh, let's get talking baseball together. And Jolly was like, oh, can I do Shea Station for 30? And I was like, yeah, that'll give me a minute to reset, blah, 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 link up with Trev. Didn't put it together that the episode was about Edwin Diaz. So I pulled up, and Jolly was finishing, and he was just like, sad panda. And I was like, oh, crap, that's right. So we'll get there. I think we should start with Schwarbs because that is.
I disagree.
Okay. Well, you know what? You're my captain and my muse. Steer me.
I mean, producer Rob's got Edwin Diaz first year, and I think the fact that he's going to a new team, leaving Steve Cohen and going to the freaking Dodgers is a truly big deal. A team that seems like they can go get whoever they want right now, and you can cry about the money. I don't know if there's any deferrals in this. But there's one thing for sure. They are the top destination for any free agent right now is the Los Angeles Dodgers. And they did, as Scotty B, who was interviewed by Jolly Olive himself, they did shore up what was their biggest weakness, especially during the playoffs when they were running out Yamamoto, Sasaki, Glasnow from their bullpen. The bullpen struggled. Now they have who is the best closer in the game. A guy that's won reliever of the year in both leagues, who is as dependable can be in Edwin Diaz. What was it, a 3-year what?
3-year, is it a 69 burger?
I thought 69, but I was like, my brain's wrecked a little
I know.
bit.
You're seeing me in my white T-shirt. I came straight from the gym. I'm going to be honest with the people. I wouldn't say built the same. 3 years, $69 million, $23 million a year. That's an AAV record for a relief pitcher, which I think that means that there's no deferred money. I know when we normally start talking Dodgers, we wonder about that, but no, I think this is pretty straight up. Diaz was so good last year, and it's part of the reason Jolly's a sad panda because with some of the chaos that was the Mets bullpen, like Diaz was the guy. Diaz was the piece. 66.1 innings, a 1.63 ERA. 104 whip if you're into that kind of thing, 98 strikeouts. And like you said, I mean, stuff-wise, talent-wise, in a big spot, there's not many people that can go toe-to-toe with what Edwin Diaz can be and what he was last season.
Yeah, and I don't really know what this means for the Dodgers, if they're just strictly just going to add this on. If this does mean Teoscar is going to be looking for a new home. There has been rumblings about a Tyler Glasnow situation because they do have some starting pitching coming back, and they could deal from that and kind of relieve themselves of some salary there. I don't think they need to. It sure seems like they don't really care. But I think this could open up, a few different moves. And if you're moving Tyler Glasnow, what are you going to get back in?
Right.
prospects and major league ready talent. So I think it's fascinating for the Dodgers, man. I know I honestly haven't even been on social media. I was doing baseball today, then went in for a little bit, had to like walk my dog.
Nice.
Are the streets on fire? Yelling at the Dodgers?
Ooh, it's a good question. I haven't been super social media because we're living like baseball social media. I did have one Yankees beat reporter come up to me, and he was like, "Where are you at with the Dodgers? Are you hate, like they're ruining the game, blah, blah, blah? Are you like, well, the Yankees used to do this, and I'm the Yankees used to do this. Like, I wish I was talking about the Yankees signing Edwin Diaz. I wish I was talking about the Yankees trading from their possible depth of starting pitchers if they want. They also don't need to, and they probably won't. Like, for them to trade Glasnow or Snell in this window, like, that just doesn't make sense to me, because just run it back and win it again with some of the best pitching in the world. So, yeah, and again, with Tanner Scott from last year, if he can bounce back, Diaz, Scott, Vesia, Brusdar Graterol, we didn't see him.
They were without all of those guys during the playoffs. Brusdar, Vesia, and Tanner Scott. A couple by, Tanner Scott by how he pitched, essentially.
Right.
But I don't think he was really healthy last year. They're the odds-on favorite again, obviously, to win the World Series. I think you can kind of go to the Mets side of it now. When you sign Devin Williams, yeah, okay, that's an insurance policy against a Diaz departure. But I think Mets fans are probably thinking, hell, man, we got that 8 and 9 inning locked down now. And, I don't think there's any doubt. It's a downgrade. As good as Devin Williams can be, and I know there were times where he struggled last year, and we've seen it, whether it's pitch tipping, whether it's just guys on his 2-pitch mix. He can be very good, but he's not Edwin Diaz, man.
Yeah, I think from the Mets side, they're going to add significant bullpen. I think the new question in Mets land is there going to be anyone that deserves the right to be closing above Devin Williams?
Robert Suarez, got to be at the top of the list, right?
You'd like to think Robert Suarez could potentially be the pivot if the Mets, Edwin Diaz opted out of a 2-year contract. That, okay, if you could just put that money towards Suarez, and Suarez was incredible last year. That, like, he's got all the arm talent in the world. The Mets, when we were talking about them being who the Brewers were arm talent-wise, and Suarez doesn't even need that. I'd have to think they have to be the favorite for him now, but any team that needs a closer, that's what they're looking for. Wow, the X-Man, Scruggs season.
Oh, there he is.
There's only certain people we stop, but my God, that's just different. That's Plufest swag. I don't know how else to say it.
Okay.
I know you don't let a lot of people on your level like that. Who do you let on your swag level?
Matt Chapman, Cole Tucker,
Jack
Joe
Flaherty.
Ryan. Jack Flaherty's above me, I think. If there's anyone that's more confident than me, it's Jack Flaherty.
Yeah. The Mets are going to be significant players in bullpen, and just pitching in general. Like who?
But are they? Because that's my new question now.
Yes.
Okay, I think so too. And we still have Steve Cohen as their owner. They just went and signed Juan Soto to an $800 million deal. Fantastic year, but Jake, they missed the playoffs.
Sure, exactly.
It seems like they have some clubhouse stuff going on. Pete Alonso's not going back to the Mets. I do not see that happening. So a year after, we're like, hey, they just stole this dude from the Yankees. People are leaving that organization. Do you think Pete Alonso is going back to the Mets? Does it really feel that way?
I think he very much can. Like I think Pete's going to go to the highest bidder. Like a lot of free agents that I think after last year's free agency, Pete kind of got his heart broken because he was like, I want to be a Met.
By who? By the
Mets. But he came back. He had a great season. Uncle Steve has the money. He loves being a Met. Like, he is about it. He's the Mets' career home run leader. Like, Pete could be a statue guy, a little half polar bear, half human statue as you walk into the casino across the street. Are you kidding me? That's heaven on earth.
Just a polar bear throwing craps.
That I think from his – I think if Pete – I think Pete, like a lot of free agents, the highest offer is going to be there. I I don't think he's antsy to go to the Red Sox or another team. I think he deserves a really good contract because when we get to Schwarber in a minute, who just broke the DH record for a contract, who just broke like the old guy hitter record for a contract, when everyone has told me, oh, Pete Alonso and power hitters don't age well. Nobody talked about that with Schwarber. So who cares? Like, Pete's great at mashing baseballs. Let's close the loop on Diaz. I think the Mets are going to make a lot of pitching moves. I think the Mets have a lot of offseason that they need to do, like every facet of the game. And, like, dude, they were supposed to get an outfielder before they traded Nimmo. So the Mets offseason is going to go. It's just what direction.
Well, the list is growing now, Jake.
Right. Yeah.
And so, you know, they have some young starting pitching that they really like, but they still need starters. Now it looks like they kind of need more in the back end of their bullpen. Although, like, I truly do feel that you can find bullpen if you're smart and you know how to manipulate and whatever. Like, it's a fluid position that I'm like, do you want guys tried and true at the back end? Sure. But, you know, I think you say this all the time. How many teams are truly happy with the back end of their bullpen? It's rare to find them. That's why Diaz is such a sought-after commodity. But I think they have to turn their eyes to a big-time hitting free agent, and it might not be Pete Alonso. We talked about Cody Bellinger, man. Like, that makes a ton of sense. Are they going to get – because Pete, guess what Pete's going to ask for? 5 years, $150
to start, bro. To start, because he plays first base.
I don't think that matters at all.
I think it does.
I think that is the deal that he wants. I don't know if he's going to get it. Although their career numbers, as far as OPS, very, very similar. There's a lot of Kyle Schwarber talk that I want to get to, but to me, the Mets, it's the fascinating rest of the offseason for them, and they got to get the ball rolling quickly because. If another team comes in, like the Red Sox, and say, hey, Pete, we'll give you that deal, he's taking it. He's not going to wait around on the Mets, dude.
No, but I think the question that you need to be asking us, and this does feel a little bizarre having Jolly next to me for this conversation, like, I still think that Cohen is going to back it up. Like, you don't just pay Soto and let it ride. Like, Diaz opted out of 2 years. They're going to make moves. Like, Alonso came off the books. Like, okay, so say the Red Sox do win the Alonso war. Okay, are they out on Bregman? The Mets could find a spot for Bregman. Like, could it be Bregman and Belly?
I think they pivot to those type of players.
And they could, and the Mets could still win the offseason. Like, it's the winter meetings essentially just started that. I don't know, losing Diaz for the highest relief contract ever. And, like, by the way, every year we look at the Brewers and we look at who are these guys in their bullpen? And you're like, Jared Koenig, is that a mountain? And, oh, he throws across his body and nobody can hit him. Like, again, the bullpen is the thing that can change the quickest. It was actually a big part of Toronto's year over year that changed significantly. I don't think it's panic mode for the Mets. I do, like, we saw the sad olive at the start. Like, Edwin Diaz, something that Jolly talked about eloquently was he did the New York experience. Like, he pitched poorly, he had to earn his way back, and then he got hurt, and then he came back again. Like, he did the whole ride. He's a Met for a long time now that, yeah, it's just sad. Like, trumpets was such a thing and, like, a really cool thing. And by the way, now I'm kind of pissed because Roki Sasaki's closer song was about as cool as it gets. Bailalo Roki. I listened to it. It's on my gym playlist. And by the way, Rob, you're going to have to get the alternate cam going because Dusty Baker is walking through. So I'm going to set that up for the people. As I tell them about Fabletics, today's episode is brought to you by Fabletics. I mean, I think I need to stop. I mean, that's how you dress. He takes a young man under his arm for a picture. Like, that's why some people are Hall of Famers.
Toothpick?
Oh, yeah. And
Jake, before you read this ad, real quick. No Alonso, no Diaz, $48.5 million right there off the books for the Mets.
Yes, dude. Like, I don't think – again, I understand the sadness of losing a guy that has been a big part of your organization. But, no, like the Mets can still – I don't want to say win the offseason because that's almost turned into a negative term, but, like, the Mets can go, and I think they will. And I think they should go with Fabletics. I got the logo on the arm right now, Trev. They've hooked it up. Like, Trev, you've been commenting on a lot of people's garbs here at the winter meeting. You know, I've got some stuff in my closet that I wasn't proud of, and I was like, I gotta revamp. I gotta retool the offense a little bit here. Fabletics is the way to go because not only is it activewear, it's dress wear, it's whatever you're looking for. Fabletics has it, and the way they do it is they want you in, and if you're in, you're in. Because if you're a VIP, you get 80% off everything. So, like, if you need to fully retool it, people, Fabletics is where you need to go. Amazing deals, their biggest sale of the year on top of that, and the 80% off if you sign up as a VIP, which that's exclusive with us. Head to fabletics.com/talk and sign up as a VIP. Get 80% off everything. Rob, we might need the other cam again. This is only available through our link, so go to fabletics.com/talkin to sign up as a VIP. 80% off, fabletics.com/talkin. If you got it, Rob, I hope it's not DeRosa. Oh, Rob's going for the snipe with the camera. He's going for this. Wow, shooter, shoot. That's Captain America, basically.
That's my manager right there.
D-Row. I think he's actually heading to the Yes Network set to talk about a little USA WBC. A lot of WBC talk floating around here, Trev, because they interviewed the managers, Francisco Cervelli. He's got the keys to one of the teams.
Byron Buxton?
Buck Daddy, Team USA? Are you reporting that? Is that official? I've been out of the loop. Okay. Because I think they've shown PCA starting in the outfield, which, I don't know. Legend versus the kid.
They can move Byron to right or something like that. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I'm reading the sheet right now. Dalton, obviously, great information on this this Diaz signing. They're paying 110% tax on Diaz's contract. So essentially 46 plus, whatever that is, $50 million they're paying a year.
Yeah, we're going to find out how that Guggenheim group really cares about money, right? Because when you mentioned Glasnow or Snell, like it'll be interesting in a very different tone than every transaction that they've done up until this point. If they do, dude, if they trade a Teoscar or Glass, that's crazy, man. I mean, who those guys?
I don't think it's crazy.
Who those?
Well, like a Glasnow, they're going to have too many pitchers, too many starters. They need to they don't have enough innings for these guys.
It's insane. I ended up looking at Dodgers prospects the other day, and, like, they have 5 legitimate outfield prospects, and it's just like, what? How are they operating at such a higher level than every team? Like, hey, if you're one of our small market teams, I'm sorry, because it's not a fair fight right now. It's the whole, like, CBA discussion. But there's so many big market teams that could be on this level, and they are not. So, I don't know. That's a Jakey rant for another time. Let's talk Schwarbucks. Daddy Schwarbucks, $150 million. Okay, so we just got the highest reliever. Welcome to baseball. The highest reliever contract just got given out, and the highest DH contract got given out. I thought we don't pay DHs. You do if you hit 50-plus dingers. Schwarber returns to Philly. We were curious if they were going to pivot. I'll be honest, and my apology to Phillies fans, I kind of wanted Schwarber to land at a low spot just because I thought that was going to send the offseason into a tizzy. This feels right. Kyle Schwarber should be remembered as a Philly legend. He's going to be there for the next 5 years, supposedly. And, yeah, $30 million is a record AAV for a DH.
I'm happy for the guy. And now it really makes that Pirates offer seem like hey, fans, we tried. Look at us.
Only $50 million short.
And, you know, this is a Dave Dombrowski situation here where he understands that he does have a limited window and this is his guy. And I told Chris Rose this. What's the most efficient way to score runs in baseball? Put it in the seats, coach.
Put it in the seats, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And he does that. I think it has to be the beginning for their offseason because this doesn't, as Chris Rose told me too, this doesn't make them better. Right. This guy was MVP 2 last year on their team. So, like, they need him back to hold court. The Nick Castellanos stuff is coming. Maybe some Ali Bohm stuff is coming. Who are they?
Real Muto.
Yeah, they need to keep going. This was step one.
Right.
And I don't see this being it for them, like, whatsoever. I'm happy for Schwarbs. The first thought I had when he went back was like, of course that was going to happen. Seemed like that's a big payday, so stoked for him. But I was like, Pete Alonso walking in with Scott Boras today is the happiest man on the planet. Like, you get that contract set for you. It's like, hey, look at my numbers.
Right.
Look at what I do. I also play the field. I don't miss games. I play every single game every single year. We're the same player. I want that contract.
Can I tell you what?
I don't know if Pete gets that, and for whatever reason that's in my mind, because like I said, they are very similar in their offensive numbers. Different platform year, I guess. Pete had a good year. Schwarber had a great year. I don't know, man. This is.
I guess for me, dude,
it makes sense.
I felt lost on the Alonso thing going back to last year. I thought Alonso was going to do great because I gave my whole speech how 40 homer guys annually, how many of them exist in baseball? Okay, Schwarber, Pete, Shohei, Judge. Is that it? Like, who am I missing that's a power hitter that, like, you basically expect to hit 40
Kind of Gino?
Kind of Gino, and that starts to get into a funky area. But, like, Soto's a stud, but he's 40 once, but maybe he's just going to keep doing that. Either way, we're in a very limited bucket of ball players that Pete, coming back to free agency, by the way, led the NL in doubles this year. So it's not like Pete's got one of these weird, he's just hitting homers and that's it. That, for me, Pete's a stud. He should get the long contract. His worst season is 34 homers, a 788 OPS. That's his worst. His average season is an 857 career OPS. Like, what are we talking about? And the fact that it got ignored last year, and, hey, we're talking about how the Mets are going to pivot or who is going to get involved in that. If the Mets do pivot, it's going to be a little bit of a, hey, maybe you guys should have just got your business done last year because we could have saved ourselves a couple bucks, but also who cares? Let Uncle Stevie pay the bill. But you're right. Like, I understand Schwarber has a certain je ne sais quoi about him, the lefty, and, like, when he's locked in, it almost feels like he can't be beat, which is kind of crazy with some of the strikeout stuff I talk about because Schwarber strikes out, but, like, he's also, we've seen him in these big moments, and there's something that just resonates about him as a baseball player. Pete should be spoken about that way too, and he's 3 years younger, and he can play first base or DH and mash baseballs. That, yeah, I think you're right. This Schwarber contract is great news for Pete Alonso.
Dave Dombrowski came out and said he was a priority. Middleton, the owner, came out and said he was a priority, and they put their money where their mouth was and brought this guy back. I don't know. It makes sense. I'm just starting to think, like, this has to be step one for them. It can't be the only thing.
Well, that's where I think I'm glad the free agency dam has been broken, so hopefully there's more of that. But when you're talking trades, and by the way, we're still talking about the Phillies getting back to – they won 96 games last year. I know the postseason didn't go how they wanted, but, like, guys that are still free agents from the Phillies from last year, Ranger Suarez, Harrison Bader, who became so beloved in that city, JT Realmuto, your guy, Max Kepler, the German. So, like, I guess we're still in a weird part of the offseason where teams are trying to get, like, back to where they were. Like we kind of just did this with the Mets. Like, the Phillies are trying to get back to where they were, and then they still didn't achieve, like, their ultimate goal last year. That how are they going to build on that, or what are they going to change? And I think them and the Yankees, and I'm sure the other contending teams can talk about this too, but, like, they have prospect capital. Like, they have guys on the verge between Aiden Miller, Andrew Painter, Justin Crawford, that it's going to be very interesting to see where these franchises that we're talking about a window. But also, if you're trying to keep this thing sustained, you'd love to have one or two young players click because you can't pay it. Well, you could pay everyone on the field $30 million, but nobody does that. That it's going to be very interesting to see where, the Mets have some young player capital. The Yankees, the Phillies, how are they going to use that to make their offseason moves? Or is it just, are they going to keep those guys and play more in the free agency to try to have another young core that is trying to help a 37-year-old Bryce Harper and Schwarbs one day. I don't even know if you can think like that. Like, you kind of gotta go now.
I feel like we're looking at a team that could make some big 1-2 year high AAV deals with some players, and then focus on some of the young guys coming up after that, giving them some time to develop. We'll see how that goes. Question: do you know now what Schwarber will ultimately make in his career after this contract?
Let's
see. I got
see.
it up already.
Schwarbs with this, $225.
$251 million, baby.
Bad. What's in that basement?
I don't know. Karaoke machine.
Craft beer.
Isn't he a Hoosier?
He is a Hoosier.
He's living life right now.
He might be throwing some of that money towards the football program because
they don't need it.
Yeah. One of my
Good
friends
for him.
kind of
original contract with the Phillies, 4 years, $79. How much of a bargain does that look like right now?
Crazy.
And how about the Pirates? Dalton has on his sheets. I thought it was a 4-year, $100. He's saying 4-year, $120. That came out. They got there.
I was told for $100, but I trust Dalton to the grave. So if that's what he's got, I'll believe in it. And if that number is wrong, it's brought to you by The Athletic behind us. If the number's right, it was brought to you by Dalton. So that's just how that works. God, some of these Schwarber stats, and again, I'll just rattle these off because, again, Dalton went great. Schwarber drove in 43 runs against division opponents in 2025, most in MLB. 57 runs with 2 outs, most in MLB. 23 homers against lefties, the most in MLB. And what was his quote about facing lefties? He was like, I came to grips with death, and now I mash lefties. It's like, all right,
love that.
You're the man. you're cool. Dombro. They re-upped Rob Thompson. Was that a part of this? They extended him through 2027. Yes. Hey, I've got a weird one for you, and this is what neither of us are great at, so perfect. Have we seen a team where the olds got old and it got sad? Like, kind of the
olds got old and it got sad.
Kind of the Yankees a little bit. I'll throw that out there. Like old Jeter playing shortstop. Like, it clearly wasn't the same Yankees team, but like these Phillies have now, and I'm trying to say this in a cool way. Oh yeah, am I gonna see you tonight? Tonight?
Give me the cam.
Sleep, drink.
Nestor Cortez.
Okay.
No, that's Ollie Marmol. Oh my God.
Ollie Marmol is a close friend of mine now. So is June Lee. Hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Turn of events from what I thought was going to be our reputation with Ollie Marmol, because I got on him quite a bit on this show.
Doing it for you, man. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. John Jay was wearing a fly outfit last night.
Always does.
He always does. Is he the king of cool?
How do they do it? Like 305.
I don't know. I'd have to ask you about that.
Like this.
What do your Phillies do next?
Oh, man. Chris thinks Steven Kwan, like some sort of outfield help. Like Castellanos is gone. Like they basically said we're trading him, which, that's fine.
Is Kwan a perfect fit for them? Yeah.
He fits.
Chris Rhodes.
That's for sure.
I mean, Steven Kwan's a perfect fit on every team. But
yeah, I mean, we talked about Cody Bellinger a little bit. I think Harrison Bader going back would be really good for them. I like Harry Bader on any team because, again, he's sneaky leader, can kind of do a lot of things the right way. So the best footwork, I think, in all of baseball in the outfield. Like the footwork alone is so good. So there's a veteran presence there. I asked Chris Rosas, do you remember how the Phillies season ended?
Oh, my God. I try to forget.
Bullpen help is always there. I know you got my guy Yohan in the back end, but there can be bullpen help. Zach Wheeler will be healthy by the time the season comes around.
I'm interested to see what that whole thing was because they said that, but they also listed it as thoracic outlet, but they also listed it as like heart stuff. So I don't.
There's 2 thoracic outlets. I think his was like the better one.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if he had the other one, we wouldn't be on the table for next season. So I guess so. So yeah, if you're someone that thinks you're informed in that, leave a comment. Why not? Could be right. It could be wrong.
Doctor.
Phillies have $201 million and committed to 12 players in 2026 after the Kyle Schwarber signing. So, man, they've put the sauce into this team. But I don't know, man. Like, again, I get caught up when I'm like, wait, Real Muto? I get caught up in what's his name? Dude, Ranger Suarez. Like, the Phillies still are trying to get back to where they were. I don't know. I'm talking myself in circles around that.
The Realmuto thing is interesting. For some reason, this signing makes me feel like he isn't coming back.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
I mean, you got Marchand there, he's 26 and he's a year everyday guy. What do you do there? You can always, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Losing JT is tough, but I feel like they have bigger areas of need.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, like I don't know, man. A catcher, again, that's something I don't think we're still properly quantifying. That, like, losing JT Realmuto, no offense to Marchand, who got a little bit of a look last year, but, like, I don't know. I don't know.
I told you who they could bring over. I think people, like, are not viewing him correctly. I mean, Jake Cronenworth fits on this team.
Where?
In some regard.
Where are you
Although,
putting
like, I guess you're trying to swap some payroll out there. Alec Boehm,
Yeah.
What's he going to make this year? $10 million?
Yeah.
Maybe you get Jake Cronenworth for $2 million less than that. I don't know if you can put him at third base. You probably can't. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know
I'm
what
wrong
that
about
is.
that.
I didn't like any of that. I'll be honest with you.
Okay. I don't know what their next move is. Unless it's a big name outfielder or Steven Kwan. I don't really understand where they're going.
Man.
But we do know that Dave Dombrowski swings for the fences.
Those Guardians might do really well in the Steven Kwan sweepstakes because, like we talked about, basically all the teams we've just run through, Dodgers, Mets, Yankees, Phillies, everyone can use Steven Kwan. Every other team we haven't mentioned could use Steven Kwan. That the Guardians, who are in that weird, they're not going to end up paying him. Like, if you can cash in that asset and they can have those teams competing with their prospect capital. I mentioned that the Dodgers have just bonus outfield prospects they've accumulated. Yanks, Phils have guys on the cusp that I guess, and I'm sorry to my Guardian brethren, but I think Kwan is gone.
Lots going to happen.
Speaking of, the other stuff that's going to happen is brought to you by Shopify. Shopify is the best place to start a business. We know because we did. That's right. Early days. John Boy Media. We were like, what the heck are we doing? How do we do this? Shopify was the place to go. We've been with them throughout the whole ride, even now to our new /line website. We were like, hey, we got to up our game. Like, we're legit now. Look at me. Winking at Ali Marmal. That now our new /line website, we brought the ideas, they brought the execution, that you need to go check that out when you get a chance. And they have all the tools in the toolkit, all the tricks in the bag that you need. Who, what, where, when, and why to bring your shop to the next level. If you want to be like us, start building your brand from the ground up. It's time to go over to Shopify. Start your trial today. Click that link, shopify.com/talkin. If you're ready to leave the amateurs and head over to the big leagues, go check it out with Shopify. Coach Trev, I guess we talked some Alonso stuff. I know you wanted that, but yeah, I guess he's the sneaky winner of the day if we were doing that type of episode.
He's one of them. I mean, you can't discount Kyle Schwarber putting pen to paper for $150 million.
Right. That's why I said sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking now saying, this is what I want.
Right. If not more, man, he's 3 years younger.
I don't see more coming from that because Schwarber, I'm seeing now, he gets this deal from the Pirates, 4 years, 120, made his own team in the big swing, and Dave Dombrowski to say, all right, I'll add on one more year. Does Pete have that leverage? Does he have the 4 years already in hand? I don't know.
I think so. Why
Probably.
wouldn't he?
I think
I don't get it.
He's out of the Mets. Who's that? Who are we seeing?
Well, John
Heyman.
Heyman walking by.
He holds the power
just
here.
Just the Super Bowl of bad outfits. This is incredible.
Did you say you had something about Scooble you wanted to talk about before?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I saw a Scott Harris interview and hated every second of it.
Really?
I kind of trash talked him on baseball today.
You went in.
Nobody's untouchable. I'm like, all right, dude. Like,
Yeah.
don't talk about your players like that. Just I don't like it.
Okay, that's fair. Pirates 4-1-20. Again, we talked about that. St. Louis Cardinals, Brendan Donovan, Nolan Gorman, Lars Nootbaar, Alec Burleson, Wilson Contreras. Okay, let's start doing it.
Did you talk to Ollie?
We didn't. Again, it's kind of a weird thing because managers don't do that stuff. Managers don't do the transactions. What me and Ollie do with John Jay, Daniel Descalso, that's between us.
Were you drinking like a mojito with John Jay? Cuban roots?
At that point of the night, I think I was keeping it beer. It's a pretty expensive. You wouldn't think the mouse would juice up the price of liquor too, but
wouldn't think that.
Dude,
the mouse juices the price.
I know, but I mean, alcohol and the mouse don't normally get linked. But dude, old fashioned, $25.
I'm used to LA prices.
I mean, I'm used to New York, but that's still we're in Orlando. Give me a break
they
here.
They got you.
But I think I went over to some beers, and that's fine.
John Jay, I think, is part owner of a tequila company. So
really? Yeah. We're going to look more into that. If anything else big happens, we're ready. Hopefully it does. I need one more pop before I get out of here. Beautiful Florida. Anything else, Coach?
I want everyone to know I canceled my tennis this morning. I flaked on it to be here with everybody because I love yucking balls so much.
You're different. I came straight from the gym. You dodged the gym. Go get some push-ups or something. Take care of yourself. Put in that work. At the gym, it was me. It was Russell Dorsey. It was Bob Lorenz from Yes Network.
Russell Dorsey's in the gym every day.
I know. We
great.
took a pic together. He looks a little bigger than me. That's just the facts.
Even in the lab.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll talk some more baseball. Maybe we won't. I don't know. If this is it, au revoir.
So up right now. Oh.
Give us another. I have to pee so bad. I have to shower.
Yeah. I was wondering if that was shower hair. It's just sweat hair.
It's sweat hair. A little back biceps.
Nino Ceres, 2021, Colorado.
Yeah. Nino's funny, bro.